Good afternoon, dear friends and colleagues. The CTO meeting is far from a meeting of the Supervisory Board of the Strategic Initiative Agency. As far as we know, this is a very important moment. As you know, national development goals have been identified, a long-term vision for their achievement is being formed, and new national projects and programs are being prepared. I would like to emphasize once again that in order to implement the established plan and successfully meet external challenges, coordinated actions at all levels of government are needed, and of course, the participation of the whole society is required. We will emphasize the contribution of almost every citizen to the development of the country. Of course, we will solve the most ambitious tasks to ensure economic growth and thus the well-being of Russian families. If we further expand the opportunities for our scientific and production teams, engineering entrepreneurs, creative teams, volunteers and representatives of non-profit organizations, non-profit sectors. Here, I would like to emphasize that supporting promising social, commercial, scientific and technological initiatives and promoting regional harmonious development has always been the main mission of the agency. How are you and me? It was formulated 13 years ago in May 2011. During this period, the number of like-minded people in your program across the country has exceeded 10 million. Importantly, the Axis works closely and substantively with regional authorities, the business community and development agencies in all areas of its activities. In this regard, I would like to thank the Russian Germanovich website. В этой связи хотел бы поблагодарить ВЭБ России, Игорь Иванович. You and your colleagues and predecessors in this place have made positive contributions to the work of the expert committee. The agency has formed a mechanism for selecting and implementing public projects within the framework of the forum and has strong ideas for the new era in this forum. The initiative of commercial citizens in the non-profit sector is becoming part of the national agenda. So according to the results of the February forum, many specific suggestions were included in the message to the Federal Parliament. What do I want to thank you for? A strategic action plan supported by almost the whole people. I think the leaders of projects with high significance and value to the country and society deserve special encouragement. So it is proposed to award them a special agency award every year. I would ask you to think about it. How to make it as solemn as possible, so as to arouse the attention of the society and make it have an appropriate response. At the same time, I believe that the main award is a powerful incentive for active people. This is a real participation in the development of Russia and our urban and rural areas. So the civic entrepreneurship initiatives supported by the agency must be reflected in national projects. In any case, this is absolutely necessary. I also request the governments of ministries and departments to work closely with the agency in all important areas of its activities. This involves personnel training, environmental well-being, improving the business climate, which we certainly want to talk about today, and of course the social sphere, where the agency has made significant progress, including within the framework of national social initiatives. The agency assists federal subjects. Formulate regional plans, increase fertility, and form measures to support extended families according to actual living conditions. In addition, the issue of solidarity steps and technological development is extremely important. The agency's experience is also in demand here. In addition, the formation and launch of the National Technology Sovereignty Project for Unmanned Aerial Systems is largely due to the contribution of private university teams and companies within the framework of the National Technology Initiative. I think it is correct to attract participants to develop all national technology sovereignty projects and to take into account the opinions of entrepreneurs and innovators when formulating advanced industry development plans, advanced personnel training mechanisms, and technology business promotion. Of course, we need to follow the path of developing business with friendly countries, with those who want to work with us, to create products and innovations that our economic citizens need. Just at the exhibition, colleagues, they introduced in detail, told everyone our suggestions on all these issues, and fairly said that many domestic enterprises have become leaders in many frontier fields, and they have formed their own technology and industrial chains. This year, how do you know? Within the framework of Russia's presidency of the BRICS countries, we will certainly discuss the agency's proposals on these topics. We will discuss with our partners before preparing for the summit itself. We contact our colleagues through various channels, and these issues can always be discussed and raised in one form or another. In order to discuss the future joint action plan here, the agency has generally adopted a more active international development of international partnerships, the direction of its activities, and participation in the promotion of Russian best practices in the World Project brand. And I think you understand that for yourself, the more efficient we are, the harder it will be for our unkind things and things to limit us. On the contrary, now if effective solutions are provided, they will be adopted regardless of any restrictions, and 100% of the market will build everything. But of course, you have to fight for the market. At the same time, of course, the issues on our internal agenda and participation in the implementation of national projects should remain the focus of unconditional attention. It is in this logic that I request the development and approval of an updated strategy for my activities, taking into account the provisions of the National Development Goals Act. Now, Svetlana Vitalievna is talking about it too, and she's talking about, well, I think she's her own score. Some things will be repeated and detailed. This document should define the objectives of the task, the key tools for the operation of the axis of vision. Ratio, I would also like to talk about axis work to improve business conditions. You and I have done a lot within the framework of the National Entrepreneurship Initiative. Well, to be more precise, you've done a lot, and it's actually working well. Launched a national rating of the investment climate in federal subjects. We will continue to move forward and intensify our efforts because, of course, private initiatives and entrepreneurial talents are designed to be engines. The economy of the country's overall development. Of course, I would like to hear how your cooperation with leading national model business associations is progressing in creating a national model of target business conditions. We are talking here about a comfortable business environment benchmark system that should be joined by all levels of government, from municipalities to federal ministries. Another important topic I propose to discuss today is the standard of social capital business. You agreed from the beginning that there would be no unnecessary bureaucracy and formal reporting here. On the contrary, I think it is very important to establish a system of incentives and support tools that really work for companies. It effectively contributes to strengthening technological and industrial sovereignty, creating new jobs, and caring for employees. Implement social and environmental programs and support participants in special military operations. They are improving and building new modern cities and settlements. I know you have examples of this, and if you count it, it may be easy to imagine what I would like to conclude with all our economic, technological, and even social plans. There is the most important dimension and the most important evaluation criterion. All our work, then the well-being of the people. I think it would be right if it were integral. The mechanism for assessing the actions of regional governments to achieve national goals will be the National Quality of Life Rating of the federal entities, which is formed annually by the agency. In fact, it covers all key areas: family support, education, healthcare, environmental well-being, creating a living environment in our region, and I propose to listen to the 2023 rating results today. И предлагаю сегодня заслушать результаты рейтинга за 2023 год. But I would like to draw special attention to the tradition of federal subjects, who have shown a high degree of positive dynamics and strive to create and expand opportunities for citizens to realize themselves. But in our country, the leaders in the rating are Moscow, St. Petersburg, Tyumen Oblast, Khanty-Mansisk Autonomous Region, Tatarstan. As for the growth momentum, this has already said. Kemerovo Oblast, Volgograd Oblast, Alanya North Ossetia, Ryazan Oblast, Primorsky Krai. This is gratifying because these areas have a lot to do. And if they show such a good momentum, it will inspire confidence that development will continue on the right path and achieve the goals we have set for ourselves.